In a world where our lives are more connected than ever, finding true peace and independence seems like a quest reserved for the select few. But what if I told you that an ancient philosophy, practiced by some of the greatest minds in history, holds the key to not just surviving, but thriving in the chaos of modern relationships and societal pressures? Stoicism, a path walked by emperors and philosophers, offers a radical approach to finding freedom, not by changing the world around us, but by transforming the world within us. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful idea is at the heart of Stoicism and our guide to detaching from people and situations that drain our energy and distract us from our true purpose. Together, we'll walk through 7 transformative steps through the lens of Stoic wisdom to detach from people and situations. Stoicism, a philosophy founded in the early 3rd century BC by Zeno of Citium, has endured through millennia, offering wisdom that remains profoundly relevant today. At the heart of Stoicism is the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. The Stoics teach us that our power lies not in altering the external world, but in mastering our own perceptions, decisions, and actions. This fundamental principle is crucial when it comes to detachment. By recognizing the limits of our control, we can free ourselves from the unnecessary burden of external circumstances and relationships that do not serve our highest good. Detachment, in the Stoic sense, doesn't mean indifference or lack of care. Rather, it's about cultivating a state of inner freedom and peace, regardless of the storms raging around us. Imagine being in the eye of the storm, calm, collected, unswayed by the chaos. This is the Stoic ideal when facing life's challenges, including the complex web of human relationships and societal expectations. But how does one begin this journey of detachment? Step 1. Take a step back. The first step on our Stoic journey to detachment is to temporarily step away from the person or situation causing us turmoil. This deliberate pause is not about avoidance, but about creating a space for reflection and perspective. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "Withdraw into yourself." It is in the nature of the rational soul to be calm, serene, and peaceful. By stepping away, we give ourselves the chance to return to this natural state of calm, allowing us to view our circumstances with fresh eyes and a clear mind. This act of stepping away can be as simple as a walking nature, a period of digital detox, or a temporary halt in communication. The key is to ensure this time is used for self-reflection and to reconnect with your inner self, free from external influences. In this space of freedom, ask yourself, what aspects of this situation or relationship can I control? What can't I? This discernment is crucial for understanding our next steps and for preparing ourselves to act with wisdom and integrity. Just as the bird flies above the storm, so too can we rise above the turmoil of our circumstances, gaining a broader perspective and a deeper understanding of what truly matters. But how long should this period of stepping away last? There's no one-size-fits-all answer. It might be a few hours, days, or even longer. The duration is less important than the quality of reflection and the clarity it brings. During this time, engage in practices that foster introspection and clarity. Journaling, meditation, and reading. Stoic texts can provide insights and strengthen your resolve. Remember, the goal of this temporary detachment isn't to create distance for its own sake, but to cultivate a space where rational thought and inner peace prevail over emotional turmoil and external pressures. Step 2. Evaluate the need for distance. With our minds cleared and our spirits calmed from stepping away, we now face a crucial question. Should we distance ourselves further or re-engage with the person or situation at hand? This is where Stoic wisdom guides us to evaluate the need for distance with discernment and objectivity. Epictetus once said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." In the context of detachment, this means our decisions should reflect our inner virtues and values, not just our transient emotions or external pressures. To evaluate the need for distance, Start by weighing the situation against your core values and principles. Ask yourself, does this relationship or circumstance align with my values? Does it contribute to my growth and well-being? Or does it detract from it? Remember, Stoicism teaches us the importance of living in accordance with nature, our own nature and the nature of the world. If a relationship or situation consistently goes against this harmony, it may be a sign that distance is necessary for your well-being and growth. Marcus Aurelius advises us to accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This means embracing the relationships that enrich our lives and gracefully letting go of those that no longer serve our highest good. Practical exercises like writing a pros and cons list or journaling about your feelings and observations can be invaluable tools in this evaluation process. They allow us to externalize our thoughts and examine them more objectively. This step requires courage and honesty, not just with others, but with ourselves. It's about recognizing that some paths may diverge, and that's okay. What matters is that we walk the path that leads us toward peace, virtue, and self-respect. Step 3. Have a chat with someone you trust. Having taken a step back and evaluated the need for distance through the lens of our values and principles, we now turn to a crucial aspect of Stoic wisdom: seeking guidance from those we trust. In this interconnected world, navigating our path requires not just introspection, but also the insights of others. Stoicism isn't a journey we undertake in isolation. Marcus Aurelius, himself an emperor, relied on his advisors not just for political matters, but for personal guidance as well. He understood that wisdom often comes from the exchange of ideas and the reflection that follows. When seeking counsel, choose someone who embodies the virtues you aspire to. This could be a friend, a family member, a mentor, or even a professional counselor. The key is their ability to offer perspective rooted in wisdom, compassion, and objectivity. Seneca wrote to his friend Lucilius, not just as a mentor, but as a fellow traveler on the path of wisdom. Their letters are a testament to the power of sharing struggles, insights, and encouragement. In seeking counsel, we're not looking for someone to solve our problems, but to help us see them through a clearer lens. Approach these conversations with an open mind and heart. Be prepared to share your thoughts and feelings honestly, but also be ready to listen, to truly listen, to the feedback and insights offered. As we incorporate the insights from these trusted conversations into our journey, we illuminate our path forward, making our way through uncertainty with the clarity and confidence that comes from shared wisdom. In the spirit of Stoicism, let us remember that we are not alone in our struggles or our aspirations. The support and wisdom of our trusted circle are invaluable gifts on our path to detachment and personal growth. Step 4. Establish limits for your feelings. In the tumultuous sea of life, our emotions, if left unchecked, can lead us astray from our path of virtue and wisdom. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This powerful statement underlines the Stoic belief in the importance of governing our reactions to external events, including managing our emotions with intention and discipline. Establishing limits for your feelings doesn't mean suppressing or denying them. Instead, it's about recognizing them for what they are, natural responses to the world around us, and then choosing how we let them influence our actions and decisions. The Stoics offer a practical exercise for this. The moment you feel an emotion taking hold, pause, acknowledge the emotion, name it, and then ask yourself, is this within my control? Can I choose a response that aligns with my values and virtues? This practice is not a one-time effort, but a daily discipline. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations about the daily struggles and the importance of returning, again and again, to Stoic principles. This includes our efforts to establish and maintain emotional boundaries. Another key aspect is to establish limits, not just for negative emotions, but for those that seem overwhelmingly positive. Excessive joy, unchecked desire, or even an abundance of optimism can lead us away from the middle path of moderation that Stoicism teaches. Step 5. Understanding the consequences of distancing. As we navigate the Stoic path toward detachment, we arrive at a crucial juncture, contemplating the consequences of distancing ourselves from people or situations. Stoicism teaches us not just to act with intention, but to anticipate and accept the outcomes of our actions, both positive and negative. Seneca once advised, we should always allow some time to elapse, for time discloses the truth. This wisdom holds especially true when considering the consequences of distancing. It's a decision that should not be made in haste, but with foresight and deliberation. Understanding the consequences involves more than just weighing the immediate effects. It requires us to consider the long-term impact on our emotional well-being, our relationships, and our growth as individuals committed to living a life of virtue. The Stoics understood the importance of considering the broader picture. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too." In our context, this means recognizing that distancing might bring relief or solitude in the short term, but could also lead to isolation or missed opportunities for reconciliation and growth. Engage in honest dialogue with yourself and, if necessary, with your trusted circle. Discuss the potential consequences of distancing, not just for you, but for the other party involved. This step is not about seeking permission, but about gaining clarity and ensuring that your decision aligns with your highest good. This is also a time to revisit the Stoic principle of acting according to nature, your own nature, and the nature of the situation. Ask yourself if distancing is truly the most virtuous action, one that promotes growth, peace, and harmony. Remember, the consequences of our decisions unfold over time, much like the changing seasons. Some outcomes may be immediate, while others reveal themselves only with the passage of time. Embrace this uncertainty with the understanding that every choice is a step on the path of personal development and wisdom. Step 6. Give yourself a break from social media. While Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius navigated the complexities of their own times, the wisdom they imparted offers a powerful antidote to the noise and distraction of our digital age. Social media, for all its benefits in connecting us with others, can also tether us to a cycle of comparison, discontent, and relentless pursuit of validation. This is antithetical to the Stoic pursuit of inner peace and self-sufficiency. Hence, giving ourselves a break from social media is not just advisable, it's necessary for our well-being. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to frequently consider the connection of all things in the universe and their relation to one another. In the context of social media, this means recognizing how our online engagements affect our inner lives and our relationships with the world and people around us. Taking a break from social media allows us to reconnect with ourselves and the immediate world around us. It's an opportunity to engage in activities that nourish our souls, enhance our physical well-being, and deepen our real-world relationships. This digital detox, as we might call it today, aligns with the Stoic practice of reflection and mindfulness. It's about creating a space where we can live more intentionally, free from the constant pull of notifications and the curated images of perfection that flood our feeds. The clarity and tranquility that come from this break can be transformative. It's a reminder of Epictetus's teaching that we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens to us. In controlling our engagement with social media, we reclaim our thoughts and, with them, our peace of mind. Step 7. Focus on your fundamental needs. In a world that often urges us to seek more possessions, more achievements, more validation, Stoicism calls us back to simplicity and sufficiency. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This powerful reminder challenges us to reevaluate our needs versus our wants, urging us to find contentment in what we have and who we are, rather than in external acquisitions or approval. Focusing on our fundamental needs involves a conscious shift away from the external and towards the internal, towards our health, our relationships, our growth, and our peace of mind. It's about identifying what truly sustains us, both physically and spiritually, and letting go of the superfluous. This doesn't mean renouncing the world or its pleasures, but rather adopting a mindset of moderation and gratitude. By prioritizing our fundamental needs, we embrace the Stoic virtues of temperance and self-reliance, finding freedom in our independence from external desires. Epictetus encouraged us to make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Focusing on our fundamental needs is a practice of making the best use of what is within our power, our choices, our reactions, our values, and accepting that external circumstances are often beyond our control. Thank you for joining us on this Stoic path to detachment and personal freedom. If you found value in today's video, I invite you to like it and share it with someone who might benefit from these timeless Stoic principles. And if you're passionate about cultivating a life of purpose, tranquility, and strength, subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell icon to never miss a new video. Also, comment below with your thoughts, experiences, or questions about Stoicism and detachment. What challenges do you face in practicing detachment? How has Stoicism impacted your life? Your insights enrich our community, fostering a space where we can all grow together.